Hello everyone and welcome to How Do I Get This Done as Fast as Possible 2024 Solstice of Heroes Edition. If you're anything like me, you have a bunch of the title stuff already done, and you're just looking to get the Gilded Seal and the armor, which is mainly what I'm going to be covering here today, in addition to any weapon rolls that you might want to consider. Also, there's 350 Bright Dust available in the Eververse store right now for free. Just log in and scoop that up. So how does Solstice work this time around? Well, you're going to do your intro quest from Ava. You're going to hit the EAZ, as you have for all of these years, and you are going to unlock the Solstice Forge in your inventory. The Solstice Forge is a series of bounties, please don't leave, a series of bounties to pick up that will give you progress towards unlocking the Solstice armor set for the year. You're going to need 100 alloy in each of the armor slots in order to unlock the ability to get that respective armor piece. Each bounty offers a certain amount of alloy when completed, 5, 15, or 50, depending on the activity. These bounties cost 5 silver leaves, which are earned from doing almost anything in the game, but there are more efficient ways to farm leaves than others, which we'll talk about. The 5s and 15s don't demand too much of you, like get kills and make orbs, very basic stuff, although the 15s take a little bit longer to do. The big value ones are the 50s, where you need to either get 300,000 total points in the Nightfall, not just in one run, across multiple runs, complete a GM Nightfall, which in this first week is Fallen Saber, which is very easy, complete 2 raid encounters, or complete 3 dungeon encounters. If you have a capable team, doing things like 2 raid encounters or 3 dungeon encounters can be done incredibly fast, like 2 Kali Last Wish kills or 3 kills of the first boss in Warlord's Ruin. However, these bounties are more rare to find than the others, and they don't always appear in the roster. You have the ability to re-roll your bounties for the cost of 5 silver leaves, but I've gone several rolls without even seeing a 50 alloy bounty, just throwing my leaves away in the process. However, if you get lucky and stack a bunch of these up, you can get tons of alloy all at once. I really suggest farming a bunch of silver leaves first so that you have enough in your inventory to re-roll and pick up bounties as needed. So, what's the best way to get silver leaves? It's probably story mission checkpoint farming, which Bungie has shut down in the past, at least with some of the easier missions, so don't be surprised if what I'm suggesting right now ends up getting patched down the road. People are using the first mission of Lightfall, First Contact, because there's a checkpoint near the end of the mission. So someone gets the checkpoint, and then you join on that person, and then the person with the checkpoint switches characters and then joins on you, and then you finish the mission, you get your leaves, and then the person with the checkpoint switches back to their character with the checkpoint, they rejoin the activity, and then you just repeat that over and over and over again. It's very easy, but it's very boring. The next best thing would probably be Kali, or whatever raid encounter you find easy, farming. You're going to get 6 silver leaves when you beat a raid encounter, and Kali, even in her more updated state, doesn't really take that long compared to other methods of farming. This does require a group of 6 people, though, to be the most efficient. You can also get the alloy bounties done at the same time, too, which is nice. Beyond those 2, I would say that GM Nightfalls are pretty good, assuming you are good enough to clear them very, very quickly. Fallen Saber is the first week of Solstice Nightfall, which can be done in like 10 minutes. If you're taking longer than 15 minutes, maybe longer than 20 minutes, then I'm not really too sure of its efficiency, and I would maybe opt for something else. Although you can also get alloy from the Nightfall bounties from the Solstice Forge in this way, kind of like a 2-for-1 deal, kind of like the raid situation. So if you're stacking a bunch of those, then maybe you can still run it, but time is of the essence. Now, beyond that, I would probably just opt for running Bonfire Bash. You're going to get 7 leaves per clear, assuming you're hitting most of your Bonfire ignitions, and you can clear the activity in about 9 to 10 minutes. Just be aware that the balls don't auto-track to the bonfire anymore. You got to be a little accurate with your throws. Dares of Eternity gives 7 leaves as well. It just takes a little bit longer to do. I think it's about 12, 13 minutes. You also can get leaves from the core playlists, if that is more your thing. Crucible, Gambit, Vanguard Ops, etc. I mean, not etc. Those are the only three. From there, you just do the forge bounties and you keep getting leaves to refresh your bounties or pick up new ones. As soon as you get 100 alloy for a particular piece, you can pick it up and then run another Bonfire Bash, and then you will get that piece of armor unlocked. I'd probably just wait until you have all 5 pieces primed and ready to go, so that way you don't need to run Bonfire Bash multiple times over, but, you know, you could just run it a bunch of times over. I'm not going to tell you what to do. To get the glowy armor, aka the incandescent ingots, it's the same thing as getting the armor. It's just another 50 alloy after the fact. So in total, you're going to need 150 alloy per armor piece if you want the armor and the glow. The armor glows white. If you want the armor that changes color with your subclass, you got to head to the Eververse to get that. Apparently, you don't even need to get the armor in order to buy it from the Eververse, though. You just need to get a few steps into the quest. So if you just want to buy it and get out, that's an option as well. In terms of gilding the title, you need to get the glowy armor and you need to complete some endgame content. Dungeon, raid, master GM Nightfalls, or win in trials. So you gotta get at least one glowy armor set to gild the title. In terms of getting the title for the first time, you just need to complete the challenges in the standard event card. Fortunately, if you're trying to get some glowy armor, you will complete most of these while you're getting your glowy armor, like without even paying attention. The only ones that I had to go out of my way to complete were Dare to Dream, which was 2 Dares runs, Fires of Competition, which I'm assuming is 2 Crucible matches, and Raking the Coals, which is just play in the playlist activities, Vanguard Ops, Crucible, Gambit, and I think that was 5 activity completions, so not that much. I feel like this is much easier than I remember it being in the past. I could be wrong, but you just gotta do the challenges, and none of them were scaled to the point where I felt like I needed to meticulously calculate how to optimize my experience. You just do them as you're getting the armor. It's no big deal. The only one might be hand cannon kills, but like, you know, it's hand cannon kills. Like, that's not that bad. In terms of the weapons that drop from this activity, we have 4 of them, and we're going to start with something new, the 120 RPM Stasis Hand Cannon. This can get a pretty nice range of stuff, but I feel like if you're on a stasis-specific weapon, at least for PvE, you probably want Headstone. The previous most popular roles were Rapid Hit Kill Clip and Rapid Hit Frenzy. I feel like Kill Clip is more of a PvP thing nowadays, if anything, but both are fine if you're wanting to go with a more old school approach to your perks. Subsistence with a damage perk, that's not too bad either. Demolitionist got moved to the first column now in case you want to mess around with that. Friend of the show, Walla, seems to be really excited about this hand cannon for PvP though with Precision Instrument, and he is the kind of person I'm going to trust on something like that. Now, Fortunate Star is a lightweight void bow. We did have a lightweight void bow in Season 23 called Lethophobia, but Fortunate Star can get repulsor and destabilizing rounds if you're interested in that combination. It can also get Archer's Gambit, which is a fan favorite bow perk. You could do like a hipfire grip combo with that if you wanted to. I'm not 100% on the stacking ability of Successful Warm-Up and Archer's Gambit, but I seem to recall people suggesting you just get one or the other, because it does end up capping out, like how much draw bonus speed you can get ends up capping out. Compass Rose is a precision frame shotgun, which I feel is more of a PvP pick more than a PvE one, although it comes with stuff that you would hope to see on a PvE shotgun, like Trench Barrel, 1-2 Punch. PvP-wise, this thing's actually pretty darn nice. You're looking for slide shot, opening shot, maybe threat detector opening shot. Some of my friends even suggesting Slickjaw an opening shot if you're built like that. Finally, crowning Duologue is a strand rocket precision frame with Envious Assassin in the second column. Now, if both Bait and Switch and Bipod weren't here, there might be something to that, and honestly, there still might be something to this, but with both of them in the second column as well, I'm not as certain. Reload perks in the first column are auto-loading and reconstruction, which aren't as good as Envious Assassin, but Recon and Bait is a pretty good place to start in case you have no good rockets whatsoever. In terms of my thoughts on the event, Seeing myself burn 5 leaves at a time, not getting the bounty that I was looking for was kind of tough. I didn't have to do too much farming of leaves to get what I was looking for, but I can definitely see that being a pain point among most community members. It might have also been a little bit cleaner to have a 10, 20, 50 alloy situation versus a 5, 15, 50 situation. The 15 just doesn't really play as nice, you know, in that initial grind to 100. I think it would have worked a little smoother as a 20 drop, so you just do 5 of them and then scale the bounties a little bit differently to compensate, like how much you need to actually grind out to get them done. I don't know why the balls in the EAZ lost their magnetism. I think I saw people saying that throwing orbs has been an issue for a little while now. I'm kind of chalking this up to being a bug more than an intended thing. If it is intended, then just like, why? You know? Like, why? Otherwise, EAZ is the same. I didn't really notice a difference, so, you know, it's the EAZ. It's fine for a little bit, and at least you can make it go pretty quick if you're good enough, but, you know, it's the EAZ. After a while, I just kind of snooze. I don't have much on the armor. I think it's pretty subjective whether you like it or not. I think it fits a niche of armor that we just don't have a ton of options for, so that's cool, but to each their own on the armor looks. I don't really care too much about the weapons, though. I don't think I've ever really cared about any of the weapons from Solstice to begin with, now that I'm thinking about it. Overall, not much desire to interact with Solstice. I got the Titan armor set with the glowies. You don't get the armor sets for the other classes, but any alloy earned is account-wide, so I assume you can just farm for alloy however you want, and then just use the alloy on your other characters as you see fit, so that's okay. Having the color glows from the Eververse is always kind of a snooze. I'm not going to be buying that. It is what it is. I will say that at least in Bonfire Bash, they dump items on you, like a lot of items, a lot of armor and weapons, and some of the rolls of armor I have been getting have been quite highly rolled, like 65 plus and spiky and well distributed. So if you don't have good armor sets, maybe you're a new player, this is a good event to farm to get some of those better armor rolls. And fortunately for the event as a whole, you're not glued to just Bonfire Bash the whole time. The bounties can be done anywhere. But yeah, it's Solstice. I don't know. It's whatever. I think I'd recommend not trying to speed run through this if you're the kind of person who's going to find themselves on Destiny somewhat actively over the next 3 weeks. I think you're just going to make yourself miserable trying to speed run it. But if you do want to speed run it, that's pretty much all I got for you. May your rerolls be in your favor. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.